With the Max Hub, it allows the educator to draw shapes very easily and to add other shapes, for example a circle internally or a circle externally, and one could simply duplicate these two with a simple touch. With the Max Hub, the educator can easily draw an X and Y axis by simply selecting the correct tools and the draw function. Once they have selected the X and Y axis, one could simply add in a formula. Use a compass. Simply find a comfortable place, select the compass, and of course draw the line. Remove the compass and actually move the object around. With regards to chemistry, the Max Hub can become fun. For example, the educator could choose a sink, a test tube, and a flask. And yes, the Max Hub is animated. You are able to pour liquids from the flask or the test tube into the sink. You are also able to bring up atomic structures and of course change the atomic structures to discuss two different types of structures. The educator can call up the periodic table and can of course discuss each element out with the class, and if the class is quite large and needs to zoom, one can actually zoom in. More so, Note has incorporated a lot more useful features for the educator. For example, one could create a timer or a clock or a simple whiteboard that one could actually keep information on and easily swipe up to get the information away, but at any time call up the information again. There are other features, for example the magnifier, where the educator could actually get onto a certain area and magnify. Or for example, to block out an area. The educator can select an area to block out as well. And there are many more features within the Max Hub. Note is extremely powerful. Let me give you an example. I'm able to import a video onto a whiteboard. I can play this video on the whiteboard. I'm also able to import audio files.
Meetings may be groups of decision makers making important decisions.
While the video is playing, I'm able to continue working.
Meetings may be competitions between brilliant minds and time.
If I need to swap
But
between the video
when
and the
your
audio,
meetings
I
become
can
so
simply
tiny.
press play and it negotiates the cancellation, and the one stops and the other one plays, and vice versa. Please allow it a minute for the audio track to just gain momentum. In order to swap between the two, one can simply press play, it pauses the audio and plays the video. If I would like to make this large screen, simple
may be
touch,
groups of decision makers making important decisions.
I need to get back to the decision making on this board. I'm also able to put up more important information, for example, importing of images. Zoom in, zoom out. Other more important content can simply be added onto the whiteboard, for example, from an internet page that you might need. Once we have identified the information on the web interface or web browser, one could actually select an area that one requires and add that information into your important daily task. If you are not happy, one could simply crop this even more. For example, give you an idea. If all we are after was the Bloemfontein telephone number, that's all we will cut out. And that was taken from a website page. With the Max Hub, you are able to import the following content onto the whiteboard: video files, audio files, JPEG images, as well as any content that you desire to crop from the internet. And once you've got all this information and you require more space, you are able to minimize, put it aside, and continue your workflow. Once we are completed with our mind map, we are able to save it in the following formats. We can export it into a JPEG image, we can export it into a Word document, we can put it into PowerPoint presentation, or even a PDF. For example, I've just saved this as a PDF document. The Max Hub has some really cool features embedded into it. For example, please focus on the audio, the word audio. I'm able to select the text that I've written out with my finger, and I can simply convert it into text with a simple touch of a button. With the Max Hub 3, we are able to extend or duplicate to either a large format display or to a projector. For example, I'm going to connect this Max Hub to this touch prospector. And in this way, whatever I write on the board will be viewed on the extended display, either a projector or a large format display.